We've officially been playing Backgammon for a year. Of course, in the grand scheme of things, we're still pretty new to the game.
And when it comes to Backgammon tournaments, we're even more new. But we have attended two and played in one.
So we thought we'd bring a few things we've learned, and hopefully it can help other new players be prepared for their first tournaments.
Number 1, be social. We actually are taking this tip from a fellow novice player, Hannah.
What would you say to somebody else that's either your age or even someone that's a little bit older about a tournament? Like, what do you want them to know about a tournament?
Be social.
Yeah, be social with it.
And that's just a perfect example of what tournaments are and can be, because it's so easy to just show up to play and to just not be social.
Yeah. It's easy to go into that hotel room, close yourself off for the day. You've had a long day, and then the opportunity to like meet someone or like the opportunity to see what others are doing is really like closed off if you allow it to be.
Especially as a novice, because you're not clocked like intermediate and the open division are. So it's a perfect time to just have a chat over the board. There's obviously a time and place for that, so read your opponent.
And then like the cool thing about it is that you can go to another tournament and then you see those same people and you get to like start right back where you were. So
exactly.
I think it's such a great opportunity if you're able to chitter chat with those around you.
And another thing, also, when you're at these tournaments, sometimes there's going to be people there that you want to meet. So Michi, for me in particular, in Chicago, I talked to him online before, but I'm a big fan of Michi and his work, his channel, and also his books, which I have behind me here. And I owe a lot of what I've learned to his books. And he was at Chicago, so getting to meet him in person was really cool.
Number 2, prepare for go time. This was a eye-opener for both of us, I think.
Takeaway.
Yes. So that first day, I know being in the novice division, things aren't as go, but it was still pretty go. So definitely keep your water like right next to your board if you can. Make sure you got snacks because it really is go time. There's a lot going on and you don't want to have your opponent waiting on you while you're like, stuff in your face.
Exactly.
So.
And that's partially why I think in my video I said backgammon is physical, because I was definitely dehydrated and I was getting cramps in my hand. Like, goodness. Being our first tournament, we were both like, okay, to the next match. And and then that mentality kind of kept on my mind all day that it was go time. So I didn't grab snacks. I didn't grab water or anything. And that's not to be said that they weren't there, because Rory is wonderful. Rory is the tournament director of Chicago, and we're talking about this one in particular.
And I'm a snack person, so I'm super excited.
And it was literally like 50 feet to my right, and I'm just like, it's go time. I can't go over there. I can't do anything. I don't have time for anything. I need to play backgammon. And then you just forget about it. So that's definitely, it's go time, and be prepared for that. And something also, so we did novice, right? So we started after intermediate and open, and they went longer than we did. So if you're going to one of your first tournaments in one of those divisions,
just be prepared.
Yeah, and beyond snacks as well, it is go time. So it's just having that mental fortitude, I guess you could say, is interesting, because I'd never played backgammon that long continually. I've played, a lot during one day before with different people, but it was always very casual. And I'm not saying I dislike that in any way. They're just two different beasts, essentially. So just be prepared for that. Number 3, check out the sites. I'm going to throw this one to Bri right away because this is her jam for sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I love looking at the different cities we're going to be in, or even for vacationing. Jason and I will look at different sites that we want to see, and then I'll pick like the top 5 or top 3 from a city that says, hey, you should check out these things. And I'll put it on our little, like, we have to go to kind of list. So we'll see if we can at least hit 1 or 2 on that list. And then, I like looking at the different restaurants, like what are some good ones to try. And
these tournaments take you to all different places around the world, really. And there's just so many things to see, so many places to visit. We had never been to Washington, D.C., so we set aside a day just to when we weren't doing tournament stuff, to go see the sites, to see the monuments, and to see the U.S. Capitol. We'd never been there before, so that was really cool. In Chicago, we live in Wisconsin, so we're not very far from Chicago, so we've seen a lot of that already. But the thing we hadn't seen is some of the restaurants there. So our sightseeing was going to different restaurants, which was really, really cool as well. So just in general, just if you can, if you have time or the budget for it, set aside time a day or two before or a day or two after, and just see this cool place that Backgammon brought you. Number 4, thank your organizers. If there's anything we've learned from the 2 tournaments we've attended, Virginia to attend and then Chicago to play in, is how much work goes into making these tournaments happen. Beforehand, during, and even after to some extent.
It's so seamless. You just attend and it just feels so like you just have fun. So yeah, it wouldn't be possible without those people in charge. So thank you so much.
Right now, there's obviously a lot of staff involved in all of this, but the tournament director for Virginia, Ben Friesen, thank you to you and all of your staff that we worked with, a lot of them, and also to Rory Pascar, the director of Chicago. There's a lot of people that go along with both of those names that helped beforehand, during, and after. So thank you to all of you as well, because you made both events really awesome and fun for us to attend.
Thank you. Number 5, don't forget to be present. I think this one can be really hard to remember because there is so much happening at the tournament days, also what's happening outside of the tournament. It's just a lot going on. So if you can take a couple of minutes just to step back and be aware of where you're at, what city you're in, like the people that are surrounding you, all of these great things, and just be present in the moment that that Backgammon has brought you to. So
I don't know. I maybe it's just because I'm still so new, but it's so cool. People coming together to play a game that's just phenomenal. Like, I'm just giddy about it now, just thinking about it. Basically, if you haven't gone to a tournament or a club or anything like that where a lot of people are getting together to play this game, it's just so worth it. And I think that's the main point of this tip or lesson, is to just enjoy that. Number 6, start preparing for the next one. So, as we've been learning, going to these tournaments, it costs money. The hotels, the traveling, the going out to eat when you're there, or we actually in Virginia, Instacarted food to our hotel, saved some money that way. And then we went out for a couple other times too, just to experience the local foods and restaurants. But it does cost money, and that's something to be aware of. So it's, in a way, it's like planning a vacation, right? We have a lot of places we want to go to in the next year or two for Backgammon. So it's just, start preparing for the next one, setting aside that money or budgeting and knowing that, it is going to cost money, but that's okay. It's an experience. Because if you go to one, you're going to want to go to another, whether it be going to the same event the following year or going to another one somewhere else within your locale or whatever. So preparing for the next one.
Those were our 6 tips for having a grand old time at Backgammon at your next tournament. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe. Also, if you had any interest or you want to share some of your own personal tips, feel free to share that in the comment section below. We would really enjoy that.
And also, this channel's still extremely new, so we're trying to just basically find our foothold, essentially, and where we want to head with things. So if there's any content that you've really liked and you'd like to see more of, we'd love to hear about that in the comments as well. And also, the places we're going to be going, we're just going to put that out there. We're going to be in Florida helping Ben Friesen. And,
it's official.
As well. Yep. We're going to be helping them out with the video side of things, making more content like we did in Virginia. Then we're going to Madison for sure. I'm just not sure what we're doing there exactly yet. If we're going to play, we had some video ideas in mind. We're still working that out yet. And we're hoping to attend the Viking Classic in Minnesota as well. And then, as we said earlier, we're also going to Jamaica, which is really cool. We're going to be doing video production out there as well. So there's a lot of stuff in the works, a lot of content we want to make. There's a lot of other videos I have in mind as well that we're working on. And that's all we have for you today. So until the next one.
See ya.
Take care.